Hey everybody, my name is Ashki and I have been streaming on Twitch for 3 months exactly tomorrow, and I thought I would share a little bit about what I did, what worked, what didn't, and what you can expect in your journey as a small content creator. I started streaming on April 22nd, 2024, and I went into it with absolutely no expectations. All I wanted to do was to get a platform. I'm someone that loves to talk, that loves to meet new people, but my day-to-day job didn't really allow for me to do that. So I thought, what better way to do this than starting a streaming channel? And that's exactly what I did. Now let's get into some numbers. So this was the day that I started. Of course, I didn't get many people coming in. You may think this number is quite high, but it's actually because I asked all my close friends and my husband to log into the platform and to watch the stream with me. And so we just streamed together the whole night. We played Chance of Sinner. It was really fun, but as you can tell, it was really just me and my friends in the first week. Unfortunately or fortunately are actually busy people with lives, so they told me we'll attend the first few ones, but after that you're on your own. And so I decided to start posting on TikTok to get a following, and this worked actually quite well. This right here was the first TikTok I posted. As you can see, it was just a stupid slideshow about how I did things, how I was scared to start streaming, how I had just my friends coming in. Very simple TikTok, but it did work pretty well. And it got a lot of traction from other small streamers or just people that like gaming in general that were interested into watching the stream. So now I've updated my view to my first month of streaming. As you can see, this is when I started posting on TikTok, and it did really help a lot. I started gathering more traction, more people were coming in. We were around 8 people at the time, which honestly is not bad for a first month of streaming. And that also allowed me to unlock affiliate, so I could start getting some revenue from that. Now I've updated everything to go from my first day of streaming, which was April 22nd, to basically yesterday, Saturday, July 20. And as you can see, we've been on quite a progression of 60 viewers by partner. So let's take some of those with a grain of salt, but we arrived to a steady 20 viewer counts on average. Now, as you can see, in those 3 months, I made $557, which honestly is not bad at all, knowing that Twitch takes 50% of my revenue. They also take a conversion fee, so that's not what I got into my account. You can take at least $15 of, they have a $5 fee every time they give you money, and also then I have the conversion fee to my home currency, but still pretty good, and this has allowed me to really upgrade my setup. And as you can see, in the beginning things were going really fast. I was posting a lot of TikTok, some that worked, some that didn't, some that got me a lot of traction. For example, you can see on this day was one of the TikTok that had 80,000 views, and you can see it brought me on that day alone 100 follows. But now the truth is, first of all, I had a lot of unfollows, because you can see 926 follows, but I only have 850 something followers right now. So we did get quite a few unfollow, which is normal. Don't worry about it. Some of them might be bots. Some people I had to ban and then they unfollow. Some of them might just not be interested in your content anymore. So in the beginning, the growth was really fast, and then we averaged around 20 viewers, which honestly, I'm very happy about. Now, I know some people are really interested in that part, so I'm just gonna dig in revenue a little bit to see how much I've made in those 3 months of streaming. It took me 3 weeks to get affiliate, so I started on May 11, where I got my first subscription. You can see I ran really few ad breaks. This is because I was doing pre-roll until a week ago, where I decided to do a mix between pre-roll and mid-roll. I'm still experimenting. I don't know which one is best between the two. I'm still trying things out. If you have any idea of how I could improve this, please leave it in the comment below. So as you can see, I streamed 95 hours in those 3 months. I did take a week of break for my holidays in between, and then I made $557.98. If we do the calculation, that would put me at around $6 per hours. I know it doesn't work like this on Twitch, but it just gives you an idea that amount of time spent on the platform won't always equal to higher revenues. You can see that we have a few peaks, and these were days where we had either a lot of people coming in, or it was an anniversary stream, or we had a lot of hype trains. I've never done a subathon or anything like that. I've never done 24-hour streams. That's not really what I want to do with my channel right now. So these are just all from viewers. Now, if we go down below, we can see a little bit how this money was made. You can see the biggest chunk of it was from gifted subs. This is something that is quite popular on my channel. Someone will gift a sub to another viewer they enjoy, or just giving a few subs here and there, and this makes the bulk of my income. Keep in mind that Twitch already took their 50% cut on that, so I would have made around $600 and they took 50%. Also keep in mind that for some viewers, their subs will cost them cents, while for me, for example, a sub costs $6. For example, there are some countries where a sub just costs 50 cents and you will only get 25 cents out of it. The second bulk of my income comes from cheering. This is quite expected. As you know, prices have been increasing, so I did talk with my viewers and let them know that this could be a better option for them, as I get 100% of those and they can choose to cheer only a cent or two if they want to. And then the third one is finally the paid subs that comes in third. As you can see, ads are not extremely lucrative. I made $8 from my 3 month, but also know that I run very, very low ads. And so I'm not even on the 50% ad plan with Twitch. So that could vary depending on how many viewers you get. But for me, it's just enough to cover the $5 Twitch takes every time they send me a wire fee. And finally, I have made a whopping $0 in donations. I did get a gift from Throne. I asked for a mount for my screen displays, and I did get it offered from a very kind viewers, and it was $40. So we could say I've made actually $600. Now, even if that amount of money is not life-changing, it has still helped me tremendously. I have been able to buy myself a new keyboard and other items to improve my stream, and I am very, very grateful for how generous my viewers are. So I often get people asking me, what worked for you? How did you get to gain more followers? How did you get more viewers? Well, here are a few tips that really helped me. The first one was posting on social media, and I cannot exaggerate enough how important that is. I know that a lot of people are frustrated how they're streaming 9 hours a day for years and they still get 2 viewers, and that's understandable. But the truth is, Twitch is not the best at discoverability. I mean, I still get people discovering me from the games I play, but 95% of my viewers discovered me on TikTok. Now, it doesn't have to be TikTok. If you don't like it, you could do Instagram Reels, you could do YouTube Shorts, even YouTube videos if you want. But you really have to start posting content on social media platforms. And by that, I don't mean just take some random clip and then just put it online. For me, clips do really, really bad. I know it works for some people, but for me, what worked was telling my journey, being very sincere and transparent about what I was going through, maybe when I had some hardships, or even just showcasing how I was living my day-to-day streaming life. Without TikTok, I'm pretty sure I would still have 2 viewers average for those 3 months. So I cannot say and repeat it enough, please promote yourself on other social media platforms. You can do more than one. I do Twitter or X, I do YouTube, I do TikTok, and I do Instagram. Now, my second one would be having a good setup. And by that, I do not mean that you need anything expensive. Actually, the only thing I bought for my setup was this mic that I have here that cost me $50. But I try to make my setup as nice to look at and as enjoyable as I can. And by that, I mean you need clear sound, at the very least, very, very clear sound. And also, if you have a camera, have a good lighting. I have a shady camera. It's the Logitech C920. It's not really that good, but I use NVIDIA Broadcast to enhance it, and it gives a very nice atmosphere. This is not my usual streaming setup. I usually have a lot of colorful lights and a projector projecting things behind me to make it more enjoyable. And I've had a lot of people commenting how nice my setup was, but it actually costed me $50, which is the price of this mic. The rest is all things that I have. So again, I'm not saying you need a webcam or you need fancy LED lights, but just make it watchable for people. My third tip would be you have to be consistent. Now, I know it is difficult. We all live very busy life. I have a full-time 40-hour job a week, so I understand, especially if you have maybe children as well, how difficult that could be. But it's important to be consistent for your viewers to know when to catch you on. If you think of your favorite TV show, if you never knew when it was on, it would be really hard for you to catch on it, right? Well, that's the same with the stream. I stream 3 times a week, and that's Monday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. and Saturday at 3 p.m. And that allows my viewers to know when they can come in and expect me to be online. Now, again, doesn't mean you always have to respect it, but let's say 90% of the time you want to have consistency. It's better to stream maybe only once or twice a week for 2 to 3 hours and be consistent with those days than stream 9 hours every time of the week. And finally, my fourth tip, and I know some people are not gonna like that, but I do believe there is a lot of luck that is involved in this. I was lucky enough to find a few viewers from the beginning that stayed and that catched on every stream and that have become even friends now, but that won't always be the case. Unfortunately, we do not live in a meritocracy, and so some people will put hours in it and won't get anything out of it. The truth is, the success of your stream is not measured by the amount of hours you will put in. So again, I would advise you to take a few hours per week, make it as short as possible, but with a lot of effort in it rather than streaming all day, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Now, let me just remind you that growth is really not linear. I've had some month where I've gone 200% and now I've been stagnating at 20 viewers. This is completely normal. It's the summer, people are outside and they have a life to live, and we should just be grateful that they're even taking a moment out of their day to be with me. So I would just remind everyone, do not fixate too much on numbers. I know that this is really easy to say and very difficult to apply. I myself have been guilty of that so many times, but I promise your life will be so much better if you really just take it as a hobby and enjoy it while you can. Now, I also know that some people will say that because I am a woman, it was easier for me to grow a following on Twitch, and for that I would just like to say 50% of my viewers are women, and also it is possible that it gives me an advantage, but in the end I truly believe that what made the biggest difference is the amount of visibility that social media like TikTok gave me. Now, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. This is the first time I'm doing any kind of talking video. Usually I just post parts of my stream, parts of gameplay, but I did want to try something a little different and hopefully help some of you with your channels. And also, if you have any question or topic you would like me to go more in depth on, please leave it in the comments down below. I hope you have a beautiful day and I'll see you soon. Bye.